You cannot make money by reading the news, because in this business we write the news, we make the news, we don't read.
Build up your trading confidence and you'll see how your profits will soar.
This business is profitable, but you had to find a way to do it.
Had it not been for the mentors that were responsible pretty much for my success in many ways, I don't know that I would have achieved some of the successes I have achieved over the years.
I was largely self-taught through books and tapes and courses and seminars and all that, but that only got me so far. And I was very lucky in that on 2 separate occasions I met a couple of gentlemen who became like my own personal mentors. I have an aptitude for this, and I am pretty good at what I do, and I think that when you kind of give something back to a business that's been good to you, you know, benefits come to you in other ways. So if I can help somebody reach their goals, you know, who knows, maybe they'll come back sometime later on and teach me something new.
I'm giving back in the same sense that many traders that came before me and are even more successful than I might be have given to me.
One of the gratifying things about being a mentor is that there are people who do come to us because they've tried everything else, and I can take them the extra distance so that they do become finally successful traders. I don't want to mention them by name, but who came to me and said, boy, this was the best money I ever spent, because now I finally have the one ingredient that I needed to make the whole thing work and come together.
You need that response. You need some input from someone who can contextualize the information you're learning so as to make your process that much more efficient and to give you a confirmation as to whether or not you're heading down the right track or the wrong track, and it makes all the difference in the world.
Success comes from being in your comfort zone. There are a lot of endeavors where we humans are urged to push the envelope and have our reach exceed our grasp and all that good stuff. And that's great if you're training for the Olympics, but not if you're trading, because the fact is that our brains are not really hardwired to be natural-born traders. We have a tendency to stay in losing trades too long and get out of winning trades too soon. And so we want to find the style that's going to work for the individual student.
I teach them the shortcut. There is no reason for them to pay by losing in order to learn the business. We can make money while we're learning. The only question now is, how can you avoid the feelings and emotions that go within your, like your mentality when you're a trader, when you start trading, regardless of the system. I mean, any system is better than no system. You can buy on Monday, sell on Friday. Be my guest. If it works more than 60% of the time, that's a system. It's successful. Do it. The question is doing it. Most people don't. So a novice guy is easy to mold. I have more of a problem with someone that is like a trader for 15 years. I've had a lot of those. And then I even tell him, why do you want to join the program? How can I help you? I mean, why are you coming to me? I'm going to probably learn from you as much as you will learn from me. And his answer is he needs a system, a simple method that he can follow through with and have the discipline to do it, because that is the problem with most people after several years of trading. So a novice person doesn't have this problem. All you have to do is mold him, show him the right way to do it, and he's not going to be looking out the window like Farmer Joe to check the weather to decide whether he's going to be buying soybeans or selling it today. That's not the way it works. And he doesn't have to be reluctant to follow a method that I'm teaching him, because it's the only method that he knows. So novice students have an edge.
It's not a matter of telling me or teaching me from square one how to trade. It's how can I improve on what I already know? Or are there other things that might improve the overall performance of my strategies? very specific, and I deal with this all the time. I have one student in particular who is already quite proficient in day trading. He trades one market, the E-mini Dow, day trades it. He's developed a number of systems that are very relevant to that market. And his question to me at the outset was, Glenn, can you provide or can you help me codify and develop specific money management protocols that are relevant and going to be significantly beneficial in my own trading? So yeah, that's the answer. If you've got traders that are more downline in terms of their experience and have already acquired degrees of proficiency, it's usually a question of helping them on specific aspects of their trading so that they can improve accordingly. That's what I like to do there.
I guess you could say that mentoring is a perfect way for me to be able to customize the approach like you mentioned. I'll give you a couple examples. In the case of spread writing, for example, if I'm writing a credit spread, I have to constantly ingrain upon the student how important it is to just not worry about the immediate result, because there might be fluctuations in the option prices that are going to scare the client. You don't get that in a book. And a book's going to tell you that there's a gradual erosion of premium, and eventually the spread goes away and you collect the premium and that's yours to keep forever. But in the meantime, during that period of time, the market does all kinds of funky things, and the student who is not experienced will freak out. You can't get that kind you can't get a voice behind the microphone to tell them, hey, this is just a normal thing that happens in the marketplace. You just have to stick with what we're doing here, because the trend is ultimately going to prevail and the time premium will erode and the trade will be a successful trade. So it's amazing how important it is for new traders and even veteran traders to keep their emotions in check and to understand that trading is very much a head game. So we're as much of a coach to help them keep their mind straight as they're trading as we are anything else. The technical stuff, sure, can be taken from books and seminars. That's how I learned it. I went to the library and I just took out as many books as I possibly could about these subjects, but you can only go so far. And I learned the hard way to control the emotional aspect of trading. It's much easier for me to be able to really shorten that learning curve by telling people, hey, you're doing this right, just stick with it. Your emotions are starting to cloud your thinking here. You're starting to get worried about something that doesn't deserve being the concern. Normal market fluctuations, you have to discuss in the context of what they're doing and get them to become psychologically better prepared for trading, because it is a head game.
There is definitely a camaraderie-ship that has developed over the years of traders that are of a certain echelon in the nation, and in fact worldwide. And I was impressed with the caliber of market knowledge in total that was represented at the staff or by the staff at Pacific Trading Academy, and wanted to be a part of that group.
Well, PTA is one of the best companies out there to provide mentorship. Okay, I've been working with them for 7 years, and they always treat everybody the right way. And they have a lot of integrity. They have been in the business for a long time, and all the mentors are just outstanding. They provide excellent services, and you really can't go wrong. They're one of the few companies out there that really deliver what they say they would.
Why someone would want to become a student at PTA is the basic way that PTA is structured. We are not affiliated with a large brokerage house. We're not affiliated with an exchange. So we don't have an agenda, we don't have an axe to grind, and we're not out fishing for clients. What we are independent traders who sit at our desk at home, or in my case sometimes my laptop in the backyard if the weather's nice, trading away and mentoring. And so that kind of relaxed environment is good for me, and of course it services the client well, because we don't have a secondary set of agendas that we're going to be shoving down the throats of the clientele. We will be customizing each client to the needs of each client.
Well, one of the things we do here at Pacific Trading, which I think is different than some of our competitors, is we realize that there are a lot of ways to skin this cat. There's a lot of different trading styles. There's day trading, swing trading, long-term position trading, options. There's a lot of vehicles. There's stocks, there's exchange-traded funds, there's futures, there's Forex. And even though there are similarities in the way that we approach trading styles and whatnot, it can be very confusing to a student who is looking for a way to put his or her money to work and doesn't really know where to begin. So after we teach the core skills of how to predict price movement and how to control risk when you're in the trade, the next thing we typically do is to show you the pros and cons of different trading styles and trading vehicles so that you can find your niche, so to speak.
Well, in terms of time, this is a very flexible program. I mean, the mentors will work with you a couple times a week. It can be on your own timetable, etc. It's easy to fit in the time. The time really shouldn't ever be a reason not to do it. Money is, on the other hand, I understand where people are hesitant, to put up the tuition. They've been hurt. There's a lot of programs out there that really don't deliver. I personally spent, $7,500 on a day trading program. I've spent money on actually auto-traded systems that didn't work for me. And, I know that it's hard to make that extra commitment, but think about it for yourself, in your own life. I mean, a mentor is really going to be helpful. There's just nothing else like it because it's one-on-one. They can actually listen to you. It's absolutely worth the money because one single thing, and we've heard from many, many students, can completely change the outcome of your trading, for decades.
Every trader has to look within, okay? And if that's what you really want to do, there's help out there, personal mentorship. All these things can really help you once you go within and really learn. And only you would know what that would bring for you. You have freedom, you have a chance to be in a business where you don't have any employees, any bosses, any customers. It's just the most perfect business. But it's only if you really want to learn because and your family members, they don't know how it feels like inside to be at a job that you don't like, because I was there myself. To be in a business that you can't stand the employees or customers or competition. This is a very, very personal road, and I believe that all of us, myself in particular, have gone through that road myself, and this is the life that is so ideal. You can trade a little bit in the morning, be in your own, be in your total control of your own life. So it's important to get the help, and we have a lot of good things that can help you with going over the hump. And personal mentorship is very important, and all of us who've gone through it can basically will tell you that it's really worth it.
You have more time for your loved ones, you have more time for whatever it is you like to do, and if it's one thing that I've learned, it's time is the most precious commodity, and that's what this lifestyle gives you more than anything else. Not having to worry about money and to be able to think of the market as like a well that never runs dry, and you have the skills to go and draw water from the well anytime you need it in whatever amount you need. It's possible. I mean, I do it, my colleagues do it, and there's really no way to tell you how much that security brings peace of mind.